Introduction. A careful and persistent reader. A few moments before midnight on New Year's Eve, while December 2006 prepared to pass into January 2007, I sat alone in the library of my parents' apartment on New York Avenue in Manhattan. 20 blocks uptown, my mother and father, my brother and sister, my brother-in-law, and my cousins had gathered for a small party hosted by my Aunt Mimi. Roughly the same distance downtown, though farther west, a million people stood shivering in Times Square. In truth, I didn't feel much like celebrating. A week earlier, on Christmas night, I'd suffered what television has taught me to call an anxiety attack. That is, I'd sat up in bed, unable to sleep, my heart pounding so intensely that I thought I might choke on it. I got up and went into the library. I pulled a few books from the shelf, which is what I do when I'm feeling restless, but I couldn't read. I couldn't even see the words in front of me. Even if I could have seen them, I wouldn't have been able to concentrate enough to make sense. One by one, I took the books down, opened and closed them, and then returned them to their place. The whole process was like a compulsive tic. After an hour of this, I woke up my parents, something I'd done often in childhood, but learned to stop many years ago. Weary but indulgent, my father followed me back to Phew. I took up the same space on the couch where I had sat for the past hour, and he flopped down in the chair across from me. "What's the story?" he asked. I considered many ways I might answer this question. "Don't know," I answered. "Can't sleep." I don't remember precisely. I gotta sneeze. Phew. I don't remember precisely what we discussed from there, but I'm fairly sure that the subtext of our conversation was exactly what the hell I was doing waking him up in the middle of the night after a long Christmas dinner. My father was the kind of man. I gotta sneeze. Phew. My father is the kind of man. Phew. 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 My father is the kind of man to whom almost everyone he knows comes at one time or another for advice. He's unfairly generous with his time and attention, but he holds himself. Gotta sneeze. Phew. 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 But he holds himself and, by some unspoken extension, the rest of us to a standard. There is something about him that occasionally makes one feel the need to account for oneself. So I tried to explain. This attack, such as it was, had been unprecedented, but not wholly unexpected. At any rate, its causes weren't obscure to me. I was 27 years old and in the process of moving back home. Phew. Phew. And in the process of moving back home, I'd spent the previous 5 years of my life writing a novel that no one seemed much interested in publishing. While doing so, I'd acquired several $1,000s in credit card debt. that Phew. Phew. That I was in no great danger of paying off anytime soon, since I just quit my job. It was a good job. The hours were manageable, the people friendly, the work, on balance, interesting. And I told my boss that I was quitting because my writing was taking off. In fact, it was doing no such thing. But the truth was that she left me no choice. She'd promoted me and given me a raise. In fairness to her, it wasn't much of a promotion nor much of a raise. Still, was enough to make me feel like Phew. Was enough to make me feel like a life I didn't want was solidified around me. A life in which I worked 9 to 5 each day, came home to sleep for a few hours, and then sat up writing throughout most of the night. A life in which I felt tired every moment spent awake and restless every moment that I slept. In addition to all of this, oh my god, sorry, I have to sneeze. In addition to all of this, I had recently broken up with a girl. I'd recently broken up with a girl I still loved, for reasons uncertain even to me at the time. As I sat with my father in the library, As I sat with my father on the library on Christmas night, the reasons for this breakup seemed to disappear entirely. Chapter 1, January. Dear son, so begins Benjamin Franklin's autobiography, and with it, the Harvard classics. On that New Year's night, the words seemed to confirm my idea of the classics as a communication from earlier generations, and I was excited to finally receive this communication. Several times. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Several times over the months, since I'd come up with my plan to read The Big Shelf, I'd considered getting an early start many times. I'd walk to the place where the volumes waited in my parents' library and run my fingers along the spines, wondering what secrets they have for me. 51 volumes took up 3 shelves, each close to 2 feet wide. The whole thing a bit more than the advertised 5 feet, I guessed. Reading a volume of 400 or 500 pages a week didn't seem like much of a task, but when these books were taken together, the expense was overwhelming. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I can't stop sneezing. Now, there was nothing to keep me from them. I was ready to read. Phew. 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 Oh, my allergies are just killing me today.